There's something going on that I really didn't expect that I'm gonna use pretty often. The leaves are starting to fall off the trees. It's fucking August.
That upsets you?
It's fucking August. It's the end of August.
It's almost autumn.
Yeah. No, that stuff's not supposed to happen yet.
Are you angry with Mother Nature?
Yeah, fucking cunt.
I think he's angry because of that tree incident that he had, where he got in a fight with a tree or something, and the tree won or some shit like that.
So you think this is on purpose?
That means they're weak. They're weak. They're shedding their leaves. I don't shed leaves. I still got a full head of hair. They're shedding their leaves like a bunch of little bitch ass fucking trees.
What can we make?
Okay, since we're talking about winter, what are we going to make for winter?
It's not winter.
By the time this episode comes out, it's going to be fucking winter.
Isn't it going to be October?
Okay, it'll be fall.
Yeah.
So Chef knows a lot about fall. What do you want to make?
Well, with Fokker, while you were doing, we don't know why, we were talking about the show, and we had a similar idea to do something with Pecan. Right?
Yes, pecan, something fallish. It's not pumpkin time yet.
Yeah.
But maybe it's pecan time.
I saw something online that was a pecan cream pie that looks delicious.
Yeah, the first thing I thought of when I saw that was New York cheesecake. Not New York cheesecake. Yes, sweet cheesecake.
Oh. Well, I don't know if it is cheesy. I have to see the recipe.
What if we made a pecan pudding pie?
It's going to be hard to find a picture for that, but yeah.
Was this it?
That's it. That's the thing. It was like a pie crust.
Yeah, pie crust, whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, cream cheese, brown sugar, maple syrup, and pecans.
Fuck the maple syrup.
Fuck the maple syrup. Why not?
I don't like that.
No, but we could use something like caramel to go with the pecans.
Yeah, that's what Max wants to use. I know. Caramel.
He said brown sugar.
Yeah, but no, I mean real caramel.
Yeah, but you said brown sugar too.
Yeah, I did. I don't know if I want to use brown sugar.
Well, I don't know if I want to make this recipe then.
If we are going to use a brown sugar, I know exactly which flavoring we're going to use. So
TPA brown sugar?
I don't know. I might surprise you.
Oh yeah.
No, it's Flavorah.
No surprises with you, Max. No surprises.
Nah, it's so good. I put it in everything.
Yeah.
Most of what I vape is Flavor West butter pecan with Flavorah caramel.
This looks like a really fucking sweet whipped cream cheese. Oh God.
Yeah.
There is another recipe where they use condensed milk and vanilla pudding.
I mean, I like the idea of like a pecan pudding, like kind of like a pudding pie, a pudding pie. Am I wrong in thinking that cream? I don't know that much about desserts. Cream, like a banana cream pie. That's pudding, isn't it? That's what I've always.
It's not pudding, but the banana gives that texture. It's more heavy than because it's on in the banana cream pie. From what I know, you have bananas in the cream.
Yeah, it's pretty close to like a pudding or a custard, isn't it?
Yeah, because of the banana.
Well, don't they like take like banana, like the pudding, and then mix it with like whipped cream and make it like more airy?
Yeah. It looks more like almost like a mousse.
Yeah, it does.
All that like granulation in there, or granulation, aeration.
Is that a word?
I think it's not a bad idea to use some kind of custard.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. I mean, well, I think the most important thing is okay. So pecan, something a little bit like caramely or something along that range. It's got to be creamy, but we don't know which kind. What the thing I'm most interested about, like graham crust or pie crust?
I would love to use pie crust, just to have an excuse to use the flavoring I bought.
101 pie crust.
I'm into it.
I think it needs a little bit of help on it, but I think it's a pretty decent pie crust.
I think that in this recipe, the crust is so secondary.
But it is important. See, here's the thing. See, I think if we went with a graham crust, most of these pecan flavors that we have, they kind of push that graham crust up. It feels like a lot more crust because of the like AP kind of a note. So, but like with the pie crust, it's a little bit more doughy. Like it's almost a little bit more like in that cookie area. To me, it makes like they might balance each other out. Like you might not need to add more of a pie crust because you might have some of that flavor from the pecan carrying over to the crust.
So the main contrast is going to be between the pecans and the creamy part.
Yeah.
Maybe the pecans and the pie on one side and the creamy and sweetness on the other side.
That's like your bridge. Like that's like your blend. Like that's where I think you're going to get the separation. Hopefully.
You're going to get the separation, but I think that the vanilla custard can help to get everything together in one flavoring.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested with this profile. I want to see what happens.
So, what do you want to start with first? You want to start with the custard?
I think we should start with the pecan. There's quite a few options.
Yeah, but not of them are great options.
What about What was it? They had a new one. No, that was a butterscotch pie, cream pie. But maybe we can use that.
Maybe.
Well, there's three that come to my mind. There's Flavorah butter pecan. There's Capella Silverline butter pecan. But what is it? Just called butter pecan, or is it cream pie?
Butter pecan. Mm-hmm.
And then Flavorah maple pecan.
What about 101 butter pecan ice cream?
I don't have that one.
So it's not roasted pecans and cream from one of the flavors?
No.
Yeah, it's that's too coffee. It pushes it toward a coffee note.
I wouldn't use maple pecan also.
There's a Wonder Flavors butter pecan pie.
That is the best pecan pie, like the whole pecan pie that you can find. But it's not a pecan, it's the pie.
So it's close to their butterscotch cream pie then, right?
Yeah, so if we're talking about just the pecan note, I don't think that's going to get us there. Not Chef, you don't have the DX hazelnut, right?
Not yet.
It's good. It probably would work in here.
Yeah, it would.
Do you want to do it without me?
Most of the time.
Fuck you.
I like the maple pecan for this. I like the cat butter pecan for this.
I was going to say the other one. I think Wonder Flavors. Flavor West.
I mean, it's a staple. It probably would work great in here.
Okay, how much of the pecan flavor we want with the cream? I mean, do we want the pecans to be on top of the cream, like being crunchy and nutty, or do we want that flavor more soft and eat with the creamy base?
It's going to be hard to have a pecan flavor as a top note, because there's really no there's not a really good just pecan flavor out there. All the pecans to me are just like generic nut and creamy.
It's like pecan flavored ice cream.
Yeah.
It's like all these almonds out there. Like all these almonds out here is just kind of like a mild cherry extract, almond extract kind of thing.
The only one that kind of stands out to me is that TPA DX hazelnut. It actually does taste like a nut.
I mean, I don't know if it's right, but I wonder if DX peanut butter.
I'm so glad you said that, because I was wanting to say that and I thought I was going to get shit, that my idea was going to get shit on.
It's probably not going to work.
I think just a touch of it.
Yeah.
To a maple pecan or the butter pecan Flavor West will give it just enough of that nuttiness that it'll convince people that it's a pecan.
Like even if it works out to be like a pecan butter.
Because DX peanut butter to me does not taste like peanut butter. It tastes like ground up peanuts.
Yeah, it needs help.
Yeah, it's just the nut part in peanut butter. It's not the peanut butter.
It's like peanut dust and like a little bit of like a vaguely peanut butter.
Yeah. I mean, you can add it to like that butter pecan Flavor West or the maple pecan, and it's just going to boost that nutty part. I think that it'll convince people that it is a pecan.
It's like if you were to try to make peanut butter in your mouth and you just had peanut butter sawdust and you just kind of and you're like, no, it's peanut butter.
I was trying to think which butter pecan is going to work better with the
DX peanut butter.
Yeah, that.
This is like Mad Libs, like right now. Did you get in a car accident before you fucking came here?
Something like that. My life is a fucking accident. I don't know if Cap butter pecan is the best choice.
I don't see anything wrong with it, but I don't think we can't stress over all this fucking shit. Any one of them is gonna work.
Flavor West butter pecan is probably closer to a nut than, say, Capella butter pecan, because it's more of the creamy part. And the maple pecan, it does have nut in it, but it also carries that maple note that I'm not so sure that we want in a custard. So let's go with Flavor West.
Yeah, I mean, out of all of them, it's probably the most nutty.
Yeah.
It's probably going to stick out the most. There's parts of all of these that I don't like.
Right.
But the ones that I don't like the most of the Flavor West butter pecan, I think that one you can work with more. You don't have to like push more of like the nuttiness into like, because it seems like the Cap one, it could be good, but it's just going to blend too much into the cream.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it, especially with the peanut butter.
I don't mind the maple note that could be in the maple pecan. I just don't want a maple forward recipe, like adding actual maple.
And in the case of the butter pecan and the peanut butter, I think that the Cap butter pecan can be an additive to the DX peanut butter, where in the case of the Flavor West, the pecan butter is an additive to that one.
Right. No, I get that. It depends on the profile. I mean, if you want to do like, if you wanted to make like a pecan butter, maybe go with the Capella one and, peanut butter and then, maybe some other kind of a buttery additive. And then you can kind of try to get that.
Cap butter pecan is going to make softer that peanut butter.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. We should do that sometime.
All right, okay, so we're going to use TPA DX peanut butter to boost the Flavor West butter pecan.
Sounds smart to me.
Okay. So we've got our nut. You think we need to add anything else for that, like a hazelnut or something?
Not yet. I would wait.
You want to talk about the custard part or the pudding part or whatever?
Yeah, let's get creamy.
Do you want to go with cheesecake? Like cheesecake with a custard? Or a heavy cream with the custard?
It depends on how you want it to go. What sounds better to you? It being like a custard pudding base or like a cheesecakey kind of base?
I think it needs to be a balance between the two.
Yeah, I think if you went cheesecake, you probably almost want to use a graham crust.
Maybe we can use something like a Cap New York cheesecake. It has no crust on it. There's no graham
Got a
nut.
little bit,
Yeah, but
but it's not like a clear crust. It's got some kind of it's attempting to have a crust.
So we're thinking about using the Cap New York cheesecake just for the creamy aspect of it, not for the cheesecake.
Yeah.
And what little crust that does have might actually help the pie crust.
Yeah. We're inoculating this recipe.
Oh my God.
It's happening. It's being inoculated.
So we have kind of the cheesecakey part, I guess, or the creamy part. We need to like fluff it up with something, some kind of fluffy cream.
or volume. Like, no, I would go more like a pudding or a custard.
Why don't we all just agree or vanilla custard too? It's on everybody's mind. Is that what
It
you wanted
wasn't.
to use? That's not what you wanted to use? You've been alluding to it the entire episode.
I was thinking Flavorah vanilla pudding.
Really?
Yeah.
It's surprising. The whole entire time it seemed like you wanted to use custard too.
No, but do you want to use it? We can use it.
No, that just seemed like everything you're saying. Oh, like, do we want this or do we want that? Do we want more of like a vanilla thing going on?
Well, I'm just thinking about if we're using the New York cheesecake, do we really need to put another custard in there? Because that's going to kind of do what a custard would do in this mix. I think we need to go with some kind of pudding or something like that.
They're both like pudding to me, but
Which both?
vanilla pudding and custard too.
You think they're similar?
They both kind of remind me of a pudding.
Yeah, but for me are quite different. Flavorah vanilla pudding is much lighter.
They're completely different flavors. I'm just saying like what they remind me of.
Okay. Hear me out. We can do for this what I think. Of course, I'm saying it. But
Now tell me what I think.
yeah, that's why I correct myself. I think that we can go like a heavy cream, like Vape Train sweet cream, with a more lighter pudding, like Flavorah vanilla pudding, or we can go with a lighter cream with a more heavy. I don't know why I'm doing this. With a more heavy custard.
Where did sweet cream come from?
Yeah, we need that light fluffy with the
No,
heavy.
it's on the other side.
I'm sorry, the light fluffy on the with the heavy pudding custard something.
Perfect.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Didn't like 2 weeks ago you described something as being like this?
That's fluffy.
Just Nasha sign language over there.
Yeah.
So there's like ASL, your NSL, Nasha sign language.
Yeah.
Is that for real sign language?
Yeah. I just said, Max, I love you.
Why did you? What's this mean?
Love you?
I don't think so. I'm getting confused. What flavor did you guys want to use? You're throwing sweet cream out there too?
No, I mean,
I was thinking more of like a whipped cream.
okay. One more for the discussion. We had problems with 2. Now we have 3.
It's light, it's fluffy, but it has volume, right?
What? Okay, New York cheesecake, Flavorah pudding, and then give it volume.
Okay.
It seems like New York cheesecake's going to smash up any kind of volume you have.
Yeah, it will. I see the TFA vanilla custard 2 doing the same thing as the Capella New York cheesecake, giving it volume.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so let's look back at this recipe, this real recipe, and see what they're using in there. They're using vanilla pudding in this,
Okay.
condensed milk, and Cool Whip.
Do you want to try the New York cheesecake with Flavorah vanilla pudding or Vape vanilla custard? Let's vote.
There's too many conflicts. I think that folk art and I were kind of talking on this. There's too many conflicts. If you're going to use New York cheesecake, it almost cancels out using the custard too.
Yeah.
I think for if you want to use New York cheesecake, which does make sense for here, it's a little heavier, it's a little sweeter. That in comparison with the vanilla pudding would make sense. It's adding more of the decadence to Flavorah vanilla pudding that it's kind of lacking.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense when you say it like that. So vanilla custard. He didn't.
Okay, so vanilla pudding, Flavorah.
This is taking a long time to just build this recipe. Shit.
Yeah. And then the crust, right?
We're not putting any kind of whipped cream or anything like that on it.
Which one is the fluffiest?
I think TPA is. What do you think, Max?
I don't like cap.
Let's talk about crusts.
Can we use one-on-one pie crust? Please.
Yeah. What kind of sweetener here? Flavorah, perhaps?
I've been using it in every cream recipe. Like dude, like it's like I've got bakeries, Flavor West. I've got fruits, like top heavy fruits, super sweet.
Yeah, it's super smooth. Super.
Sweetness. Ooh, Flavor sweetness.
So whipped cream, right?
Oh, we're past that. We're doing percentages now.
Already?
We just talked about all the shit.
Okay, so let's start out with Flavor West butter pecan.
It's going to be like a main note, right? It's more than 3.
No, I wouldn't do more than 3. I would go 3.
I mean, if you're going to make a butter pecan pie, I'd say pump it up to 4. But if you're just running a note of it, I think we should go a little bit lower than that.
Okay, we're going to start with 3.
I'm interested in how much you think we need of the peanut butter.
I would say probably around 1.5.
I was thinking 1, but I wasn't sure if you were going to hit me with like 4%.
No. This isn't a peanut butter.
I wasn't sure. I don't know. I didn't know. Like I had the idea in my mind, but I didn't know how much to use.
No, I haven't used this as an accent.
Me neither.
Every time I use this one is.
It makes sense to use it though. Like,
Yeah.
I just never thought about it until you're trying to think about like filling it out.
So 1%?
Yeah, we can start out with 1.
Why don't we do 1.5? Well, we could go low.
Yeah, let's start out with 1. If we need to, we can go up.
Okay, New York cheesecake. I was thinking like 3.
Can we talk about the vanilla pudding part first before we talk about the New York cheesecake? For me, the New York cheesecake, I mean, the main note in this is going to be the vanilla pudding. The cheesecake is going to be just something to fill that pudding out a little bit more.
Yeah, just give it a little bit more richness.
Before you say a percentage, can we use vanilla pudding the right way?
I mean, I always intend to.
No, but you know, Max, we have talked about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit around that flavor.
Yeah.
If you're using it under 3%, what the fuck is the point? Like, I don't get what you're trying to do with it at 1.25%. For like when it's a pudding recipe.
Yeah.
Like it's not that strong. You got to go to like 3%.
It's not a very good accent flavor either to things because it's there's not much to it.
If even as an accent, I wouldn't use this flavoring for whatever you want from vanilla pudding, because first it's expensive, and it's going to get bullied by whatever else you're using.
So I would say 3.
Yeah, 3, 4. Yeah.
I think that's as high as you can take it is 4. I don't think you get any more from it. I think you get a little bit more of like almost like a chalky kind of a note over 4.
Yeah, let's go 3. And if we need to go up maybe to 3.5 or something, we can add something. We can add to it.
And maybe 2 on the New York cheesecake.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Now whipped cream.
1.
Yeah.
I have kind of worries about that one.
If you go very high, it can mute other flavors.
Can mute, and it's just gonna blend everything.
Mm-hmm.
Pie crust. I don't know where most people use this, but I kind of want to just try it too, because 1-on-1 I don't normally find you can take it past 2.
People is using it around 2%.
That sounds right. I mean, I just don't know what's going to happen. I wouldn't want to take it too high. 1-on-1 I usually use like under 2.
Well, and the pie crust isn't going to be a main note in this.
No, just want a little bit.
Do you want to go with 2?
Maybe we can go up to 3 after, but right now I feel like 2 is...
Okay.
I just don't know. I don't know that flavor well enough.
And Flavorah sweetness.
I would say at least 1, because I'm seeing all the other flavors. Well, butter pecan is kind of sweet. It's sweet, butter pecan. But the others are not very sweet.
New York cheesecake is a little bit sweet.
Even TPA whipped cream is kind of sweet.
Okay, fuck you guys. 1%?
Yeah. Fuck you too.
All right, let's mix it.
Oh, wow. Really not what I expected.
Interesting. There's only one thing that bothers me from this recipe.
What?
Did you all try it?
There's something going on that I really didn't expect that I'm going to use pretty often.
So what do you think, guys? What do you think?
I like it. I think it's a solid start. It's a little bit dry for me. I like the creaminess. The nut is super present. Too much maybe. But it is a little bit dry. I think it's from the peanut butter. I get that thing from it. Oily dryness thing.
The DX peanut butter, because it is kind of dry, I think that's making it that top note, which is kind of tough. It's putting it on top. I agree it's too much. I was not expecting it to be that much. But for me, the only thing I don't like is the cream isn't there. I don't think that it's wrong. I just think it could use more of a cream. More of like a thicker, more present cream.
I like the weight on the cream. I get the heavy base. But you're right, Max. Maybe that dryness is what is making the peanut another layer and on top of the rest.
The pie crust to me blended with the pecan, kind of like I thought it was going to. Like you get it, but like it's kind of like, I just feel like I don't want to play around too much with the pecan right now. I feel like we could add to this bottle and try to get it closer, and then maybe dial in that pecan if it needs to go down. I would like to work with what this already is, because I want that separation right there. It's almost there for me. I just feel like maybe if you fill that cream out more, it could work.
Do you know what trick we could use to fix this, right?
What?
Vanilla custard. I think it's going to bring those layers. Okay, because we want the separation, but it's going to breach those layers.
I almost don't think the whipped cream's necessary, but I get what you mean. Like the custard could kind of... Okay, I have a question for you. You're getting an oiliness, right? I'm not really getting that. Are you getting that, Fulcar?
No, I'm not.
What do you get, Fulcar?
I'm getting it. The nut for me is right as far as the flavor goes. But I'm like Max, I don't feel like I'm getting enough cream in there. I don't know whether the nut needs to go down and the creams go up, or just go up on the creams to try to cover that nut up some.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to go down with the nut just because I like the way it's throughout the whole thing. I just want to fill out that middle.
Right.
Which might separate it more. This is like your first instinct with this would be like, okay, turn it down and then try to dial everything in. To me, I want to be like, okay, let's go a little bit more heavy with the cream. Let's lean into that a little bit and just try to fill it out more. I don't think the percentages are wrong. It doesn't taste like it's overly in any area. I just feel like that cream needs to just be turned up a little bit.
If we want more cream, I don't think that adding vanilla custard is the solution. Maybe replacing the vanilla custard with the vanilla pudding. But if we want more cream flavor, because I get the feeling from the cream, I get the volume and the weight from the cream. It's just the flavor that I'm lacking.
When you say flavor, do you mean like a more vanilla-y flavor?
No, more creamy, more milky dairy flavor.
Okay.
Because if we just add vanilla custard on top of this, we are going to be adding more of that oiliness or that vanilla note. And I don't know if that's going to be more cream.
What about something like FA milk?
I was thinking Flavor West yogurt. And I don't know why.
That's kind of the same. It's kind of in the same vein. You know, the whipped cream also, to me, can dry things out, make things taste dry. So maybe that just needs to go. Now, Chef, if you were to add a cream, what would you add?
I was thinking Flavorah cream instead of the whipped cream. But I really don't know if that's going to help or not. Maybe even a sweet cream, not Vape Train.
Capella sweet cream? I kind of like the idea of trying the Flavorah cream. It's a heavy cream.
Is it going to be enough?
What, New York cheesecake, vanilla pudding, Flavorah cream?
Mm-hmm. Maybe a sweet cream, not Vape Train, but like Capella sweet cream.
It's kind of buttery. That might not be bad in this, though.
I always think of cereal when I think of Capella sweet cream.
Oh, yeah, you said that. Yeah.
Max, you was thinking Flavor West yogurt?
Yeah. What is it missing to you? Do you like the New York cheesecake in here?
Yeah.
You like the vanilla pudding in here?
Yeah. But none of those flavors has a very present cream flavor.
Well, it's not whipped cream, but what about Vape Train vanilla cream?
I kind of would lean towards that. To me, I don't want to add something like cream in here because I don't want to bolster. To me, that's going to cover up the pie crust. And it might do something weird with that peanut and pecan. Like, it's just, I don't like the emulsifying thing that whipped cream is doing. So I don't know. To me, I don't know, but the cream.
Flavorah cream is going to do the same.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want that. It's like vanilla swirl, all those type of things. I don't want it to be a cohesive, like, a linear recipe. I think the whipped cream is fucking it up. I think the whipped cream is fucking up like the already fucked up vanilla pudding.
We know that we are going to take out the whipped cream, right?
Yeah. Let's try taking that out.
Do you think that we could increase the vanilla pudding up to 4 and get less of that dryness in the nuts?
Well, the way something stands out more is like some type of vanilla note or something like that.
Yeah, let's try vanilla cream.
Yeah, let's try the vanilla cream vape train.
Like I love that flavor. It just does so much. How high would you use that? Like 2?
Yeah, I was thinking two. So Max, what was that thing that you said you were going to use from this recipe?
Oh, the peanut butter and the butter pecan.
Yeah, not many people use DX peanut butter as an accent for sure.
I don't notice a lot of difference in this one.
It's not very much more creamy.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to lower the peanut butter.
To me, it's a little bit creamier, but not much. It's not. This mix is not bad. I mean, it's not that it's terrible. I just think it's not exactly balanced right.
What do you think about this, Max?
I like the vanilla. The vanilla sticking out more, but it doesn't have as much volume. It's missing that creamy body. I almost don't like the New York cheesecake in it. I almost think that like something a little bit heavier. The thing I really don't want to change about the pecan is because I think on a steep, it's gonna still stick out, and I like that. I like the vanilla cream in this. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe we just need to see what happens with the DX peanut butter after a week.
Which is, if you were to make a pudding, where would you go with that?
I would probably use a custard, a vanilla pudding.
Why don't we take out the New York cheesecake and use TFA vanilla custard too?
See, that's what I think. I think that like vanilla pudding and custard too like should be together.
And it's not as oily as some of the other custards.
And keep the vanilla cream.
FA premium custard is pretty puddingy too. Is that a word, puddingy?
It is. Sure, of course it is.
And it's not quite as eggy as TFA, I don't think.
Maybe go with custard premium.
So Max, you're using the premium custard or the TPA?
Premium.
I think Max liked this one.
It's done.
Done.
Yeah, dude. Of course it's done.
Do you think we could take out the New York cheesecake?
Yeah, the final recipe. It's just. I think it's an easy swap. 2%. I think 2% is right.
2% of what?
Custard premium.
I thought you were using 1%.
I did. I'm just saying, like, if you take out, I would say 2%. Vanilla cream at 2%. Vanilla pudding at 3%, and then 2% custard premium.
So you would just replace one for the other.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
That's what I'm going to mix up. I'm going to use Flavor West Butter Pecan at 3, TPA DX Peanut Butter at 1, FA Custard Premium at 2, Flavorah Vanilla Pudding at 3, Vape Train Vanilla Cream at 2, 101 Pie Crust at 2, and Flavorah Sweetness at 1.
I really like these, guys.
Oh, this is so much better. And the pecan nutty part is not near as like in your face. It's still there, but it's not near as dry.
Oh my god, you guys should have listened to me the first time. I do like that nutty note in here. It really does like sit on top. I'm happy with it.
It's got enough of the nut in there that it's got a little bit of separation, like you're crunching into those nuts, but that cream just kind of lays over everything too.
Hey, Folkart finally got his pudding.
I did get my pudding. I got my pudding.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Develop While. We made a pecan pudding pie. We hope you guys mix it up, and we will talk about it on Thursday. You should definitely mix it up. Who doesn't want a pecan pudding pie? Get your life straightened out. All right, finger guns. All right, 3 pieces of shit throughout the house, 20 feet apart.
Hey, that should be the name of our show. 3 pieces of shit, 20 feet apart.
I'll give you your pudding. Forget about it. I look like I was having a confusing poop.